Hello everybody, Razorblade Mango here, and today I'm gonna talk about, you knew it was coming, the Star Wars Battlefront 2 microtransactions again. Because, unlike most situations where I talk about microtransactions, this is gonna be a case where I actually have physical, solid material to go off of instead of things that I've read on the internet or whatever. So right now I've been playing the Star Wars Battlefront 2 beta for the last couple days off and on, and most of the progress I've made has been in the PS4 version because that's where I got the early access into it. And right now I'm just gonna go from the PC version, one, because it's easier for me to record, and two, I don't want to re-download the fucking PS4 beta because I deleted it before they announced that it was going to be extended. Like, literally, I thought I was going to have to do this video with still images because, like an idiot, I forgot to record stuff from the PS4 version. So immediately I was like, oh shit, they extended it? Well, most people will go, oh, they extended it. I can play the game more. I went, they extended it. I can have live footage and talk about how shitty the fucking microtransactions are. Which is exactly what I'm gonna fucking do today. Because the microtransactions in this game are fucking god-awful. So I guess, first of all, I bitterly, begrudgingly have to give EA the benefit of the doubt that things might change from the beta to the final game. But that's not a guarantee either way. And knowing EA, they don't really change a lot from betas from my experience playing their stuff. They didn't really change a lot from the original Battlefront beta or the Battlefield 1 beta or any of the other betas I've done from them. And that's really a situation with a lot of publishers, which is like, again, what's the fucking point of calling it a beta? You might as well just call it an early access demo or some shit. So I guess overall opinion on the beta is that it is a fun game. It is better, miles ahead better than the first game in terms of gameplay. The modes are a lot more fun, especially this Galactic Assault mode is fun. The Naboo map that they have is cool. Starfighter Assault is awesome. Like, the way Criterion have come in and changed the controls completely from the first game is incredible. And I absolutely love the changes to this. It really gives you that atmospheric feeling of being in a starfighter and piloting in space. It's awesome. The strike I wasn't too crazy about. And then they also have a thing with arcade. And I'll get to this later because I have a very specific grievance with this, these battle scenarios. But first of all, let's take a look at the very first thing you're going to see when you go in, which are these crates. Now, again, I do have to stress that right now in the beta, there is no option to outright purchase these crates with real money. You have to rely on these credits up here. So, the game overall is fun, but it is absolutely fucked by one of the very worst progression systems, upgrade systems I have ever seen in a AAA game. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before in a multiplayer centric game. Something this fucking awful. Something that completely undercuts the entire fucking point of the game. So, what do these crates do? Well, if you want to take a look at it, these crates will actually they work almost like Overwatches. And again, this goes back to my point of EA loves to copy Activision. So they saw how popular those loot boxes were in Overwatch and went, fuck, we need to do that for Star Wars Battlefront 2, except do it incredibly fucking lazy and shit. Like, it's even worse. Like, I've criticized Overwatch's microtransactions. This is even worse. Because they are tied to your abilities. They are tied to upgrading your characters, and they are not one-time use items in the beta. Oh no. This is a pay-to-win system. And let me go into even further detail. So on an average day, if you were to log into the beta, you'd get something called a daily crate. So you get it, and you get like 3 items from the crate, which come in the form of, fucking abilities, which are these star cards. You can get these fucking bullshit emotes, which these aren't emotes. These are voice lines. Fix that. Call them what they really are. Or victory poses, which are shit if you're the MVP. Look at these. These are garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Just on an offhand note. These cosmetics, awful. Or you can get things called crafting parts, which are up here. So I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is yet. I'll have to double check on this later. But there's 3 currencies, I guess, in this game. There's credits, crafting material, and whatever the fuck this is. So, if you were to get a star card, let's go into my assault class. Let's take a look at this. So I got one called ability replacement cards. There's 2 kinds. There's boost cards and ability replacement cards. Boost cards act in the form of, things that will help you on the battlefield. So let's take a look at this one called assault training. So for your assault class, if you were to get this and equip it, you gain a small amount of health for each defeated enemy. And they go in tiers because, of course, they do. There's bronze, silver, gold, and I don't know what the final one's called. I think platinum. Platinum will most likely be it. So when you get the bronze one, you start with, for an example, 20 health you get from each defeated enemy. So that's already a pretty good advantage. You get 20 health back from every enemy you defeat, especially if you're playing like really fucking well. But using these credits, you can actually upgrade these star cards. You don't have to wait until they drop in the loot boxes. So if you have enough credits, you can actually upgrade, to 25 health back for each defended enemy, 30, and then 40. That's a lot of fucking health back for each defeated enemy. 40 is a lot. And the thing is that this is all tied to the upgrade system. And this is the only way that you can upgrade your individual characters, your class characters. Here's another one. Brawler, when you defeat an enemy in melee combat, your abilities refresh and you gain a small amount of health. And look at this. If you're going around getting good melee kills, it starts out with 50, which is huge. 65, 75, 100. If you go all the way up to 100, you could run around the battlefield, punch people that are at low health, and you get 100 health, just like that. So that's bullshit. These ability replacement cards, so let's equip that. And that takes away, I think, another ability I had. But it's a refresh ability, and it refreshes every so often. So it's an improved version of Vanguard that refreshes your abilities when you defeat an enemy. So let's take a look at this. First of all, you start out with 25, right here. 25 seconds, refresh your abilities. That's quite a good advantage. Oh, but there's more. Upgrade to 23, upgrade to 21, finally 18 seconds. That is enormous. That's a huge advantage. That might not seem a lot in writing, but it is huge when you're actively playing in the game. Alright, so let's take a look at another one. Let's take a look at some of the starfighters. Take a look at the interceptor one that I got. Let's have a look at this. Improves the interceptor's weapon system ability. So let's equip that. And already we're starting out with a 5% upgrade in damage. And then if I wanted to upgrade even more, I can go to 10%, 15%, 20%. And it's not like you can have these cards only once. It's not like you have one of these cards equipped. No. You can have up to 3 of these. And if you go into this with all 3 cards unlocked at like platinum, you are a fucking beast on the battlefield. Especially if you have things like this, and then like this, which I already have, which is advanced engine upgrade. I equip that. Look at this shit. I'm already at silver with this. 14 seconds recharges my abilities of the afterburner ability, which is the boost. Which, that's a good advantage, especially if you're really good at dogfighting in this. Also, offensive upgrade. Proves the interceptor's offensive ability. Active duration, 7.5. 8.5, 9%. I'm pretty sure that's in percent. And then cooling systems reduce overheat cooldown 10%, 20%, 30%, 50%. That's huge. Oh, but wait. There's more. It's not just tied to the fucking, classes that you get. Oh, no. Let's take a look at the heroes. Let's take a look at Boba Fett. What abilities does he have that you can unlock? Oh, that I can actually craft right now. Death from above. Boba Fett takes less damage when using rocket barrage while flying with his jetpack. Look at this shit. Already starts with 50% damage reduction, 60%, 75%, 100%. That is insane. Fuel efficiency. Jetpack fuel burns slower when flying. 15%, 18%, 21%, 25%. Information sharing. Will reveal all enemies to your allies for a part of its duration. 30%, 40%, 50%, 80% increase from the seconds, I'm pretty sure. Quick refill. Jetpack fuel refills faster when not being used. 20%, 25%, 35%, 40%. Intense barrage. Rocket barrage fires faster, increasing the total number of rockets fired. 30%, 40%, 50%, 70%. So let's say, for example, you have both of these equipped. Let's say you have fuel efficiency equipped, death from above, and intense barrage. And you have all of them maxed out. Not only are you going to be able to fly a lot more in the air, which will get you out of a range of fire 25% faster, you can also take less damage when using this rocket barrage, up to 100% less damage, while also getting fire faster rate, increasing the number of times the rockets are fired up to 70%. And let me tell you why this is a huge fucking problem. Because you can buy these crates that get you these abilities. And that is the only upgrade system, progression system in this game. The only way, and this isn't just cosmetic. This isn't like Overwatch. This isn't like Overwatch, where you just get cosmetic. And even then, I have a problem with that. But you go into this, and you get a Starfighter crate. Let's say you get an Allegiance crate, or a Trooper crate, which is 1,100 credits. You open that up, and there's a slight chance that you'll get the stuff that you want. So theoretically, someone could come in day one and buy a fuckload of these loot boxes that will then have the randomized chance of giving them all the upgrades and all the crafting material they need to go into the battlefield, equip and upgrade all 3 of those star cards that I mentioned for Boba Fett, and absolutely fucking decimate the battlefield. Just go in and wreck that shit. Be a fucking invincible killing machine. And that is fucked up. That is one of the most blatant pay-to-win systems I have ever seen in a game like this. And this is it. Like, there's no set-in-stone upgrades that you get from leveling up. When you level up, you just get more credits towards buying these loot boxes. That's it. That's all you fucking get. You don't get a loot crate from leveling up. You get a loot crate also from completing these, challenges, and you get credits, and then again, you can use that towards the fucking loot crates, which, need I remind you, these are all completely randomized. So, I don't know if they're going to change that in the final game. I doubt it. But for now, this is the only upgrade system in the game. It's randomized. So you might not even get the shit that you want. You could spend hundreds of dollars on these crates, and you will, like a very good percent chance, not get the stuff you even want. There's no set in stone, weapon unlocks or anything. Oh, and I forgot to mention that too. So for these credits, you can actually go in and craft new weapons. Here we go. For this, 2 kinds of weapons so far for each class in the beta. Let's look at one that I haven't unlocked yet. So, Officer. Oops, wrong one. This is what I get for not being used to playing and talking at the same time on this stuff. So here we go. You can upgrade the gun and then like craft it. So instead of the DC-17 as the standard, you can then craft it to the Blurg 1120. Or you could get it in a loot crate. However, look at this shit. Look at this. 600 crafting material. I have 40. Even on the PS4 version, where most of my progress is, I don't even have anywhere near that much. 600 is ridiculous. They need to tone that down immediately upon launch, because that is stingy as fuck. So, you're at the mercy of these randomized loot crates, where it is, you either get, you know, star cards, crafting material, or these shit fucking emotes, or the, aka voice lines. Look at this shit. No one's gonna be using this shit. It's awful. So bad. Victory poses. Look at the shit. Shit. All of this shit. So, you don't even get good optimization. Don't even get good cosmetic stuff. There's no way for now for you to change the color of your armor. There's no way now for you to like make Han Solo, or there's no like skins available for them now in the beta. And again, that could change in the final game, but for now, just it's so awful. There's like just the options available are so awful, and most of these are all tied to upgrades. So, and that's the only way you're going to be able to level up your characters, if you attach these fucking star cards to them, which are shit. Look at that. Upgrade, and then I'm at level 3, but that didn't really change anything, and it's slow. It is so fucking slow getting to this stuff. It is a grind, because there is a set number of times you are able to get, you know, a free crate every so often. You get one from logging in every day. You get one probably from completing challenges every day, and these challenges are fine for now. Like, they're reasonable. You know, play as a specialist trooper for 10 minutes, you get 100 credit out of that. That's fair enough, I think. You get defeat 50 enemies using heavy assault rifle or heavy rifles. That's fine. 300 credits for that. You get 50 kills. That's pretty doable in a day, less than an hour. But when is that gonna stop? When are they going to hobble that system and make it even more of a grind with more specific career challenges for you to get credits, for you to get loot boxes, for you to get a chance at upgrading your character? Because keep in mind, you could upgrade for like hours. You could grind for hours to get crates, and they could just potentially get you shit emotes and upgrades that you don't even want. And that's it. There is no other way to upgrade in this game. You are at the mercy of these randomized loot drops. So another thing that really pisses me off about this, and I actually have to play this mode to show you. So, say for example you don't want to bother with the multiplayer. You just want to do the single player stuff, these like battle scenarios, which are, you know, whatever. You're not gonna, I doubt you're gonna get credits from this like custom arcade mode, which is basically instant action. I highly doubt you're gonna get credits from this. But you get credits from battle scenarios. And when I first started with the 2 days early access on the PS4, it gave you like 300 credits. But there was a limit to the amount of times you could do it per day. And it was like 4 per day, which I already am, you know, pissy about that, because I hate it when games go in and make it so you can't get all the stuff that you want from just playing single player. Like, that's one of the reasons, ironically, I love things like Garden Warfare 2, which is an excellent game. And it lets you earn everything offline single player. Yes, it humps microtransactions just like every single fucking EA game. However, this is a game that just limits it so much. It makes the grind even more unbearable because it forces you into playing multiplayer. And you get like 150, 120 credit. Doesn't matter how well you do. That's it. That's all you're gonna get from the multiplayer matches. So you could go in and be like the best fucking player on the team. However, it won't matter. You'll get the same amount of credits as the guy that was absolute fucking shit and did absolutely fucking nothing to assist the team at all. And that sucks. I don't know. Again, I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna change. But a part of me is saying no. A part of me is saying, fuck that. Play the multiplayer. Fuck you and your arcade mode. So that bullshit about, you know, oh, well, multiplayer's not your thing? No problem. Well, you can fucking play the single player all you want. And look at this shit. 50 credits with 4 remaining. So you get 5 opportunities per day to get credits. Up to 250. And again, I don't know if that's going to be in the final game. But the fact that it's in the fucking beta pisses me off. Because this is a sign of the bad things to come. If they're being this stingy, and keep in mind, I bet you could go on any random YouTuber's video about these arcade modes from the beta, and from like the last, I think like last Friday and Saturdays when they did it, or Thursday, Wednesday, whenever, they did this, and they had it where you could earn 300 credit 5 times per day. So you would get 1,500 credit, which, let me remind you, is enough to buy the highest price star crate in this multiplayer beta, which is 1,100. So it was shit, but it was fair. So look, you'd get 1,500. Look, 1,100. Boom, you get a star crate. There you go, starfighter crate, or you'd get a trooper crate, or you get an allegiance crate, which that you can easily afford just playing it like, yeah, 5 times. You'd get 300, even then, less, 4 times. You get 300 credits, great. 50 credits per arcade mode. And if there is a limit on the amount of time you are able to do that mode and get credit for it in the final game, fuck you. That's fucked up. That you're forcing people to play the multiplayer mode and grind it out for hours to get loot boxes that might not even get you the upgrades that you want. And I can already hear some of the comments for this. Don't come at me with this whole, oh, well, they had to do that because all the multiplayer content coming is going to be free. All the maps, all the modes, all the characters, they're all free. So shut the fuck up. They have to make their money somehow. Okay. Is $60 per person not enough? Is $80 per person not enough for that Elite Trooper edition? Is that not enough to cover the cost of this? And don't be naive. Don't be a fucking fool. EA is a multi-billion-dollar company. They can easily afford to provide free updates for this game for like 5 years. I bet you they could if they tried. If they weren't so intent on fucking up the upgrade system to get more money for these stupid fucking loot boxes because they are greedy. And again, oh, well, they're optional. You don't have to pay for them. Fuck you. Well, yeah, fine. Objectively, you don't have to pay for them. But don't think for a second that EA is going to try its damnedest to tempt you to do it by making it as frustrating and time-consuming as possible to where you can't even reasonably get this shit in a timely fashion. It's not going to shower you with credits. So let's say, for example, that after you're done with all the challenges, after you're done with all that stuff, and you're only like very specific challenges, for 150 set credits, you're going to have to play through that Galactic Conquest or Galactic Assault or Starfighter multiplayer mode 7 times. 7 times. 150 times 7, that'll get you enough for a star crate. 7 times to get 1 crate. And even then, so like 15 minutes, 20 minutes per match, you're going to be spending about 2 hours getting one crate. One crate. Which might not even get you the stuff that you want. And that's bullshit. And it's Star Wars. Is EA seriously bleeding for money when it comes to releasing a Star Wars game? Are they fucking serious? They're gonna plead poverty about, oh, woe is me, I'm EA, we're not making enough money from Star Wars, even though it's the most popular franchise on Earth. Oh, poor us, we're bleeding for money, we're so broke because we're providing free DLC for you guys. Oh, we have to do this loot box stuff. Look at Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 has been out for almost a year now. It's fucking excellent. It has one of the, probably the best campaign in any first-person shooter I've ever played. Its multiplayer is still providing free modes, free maps, free Titans after all this time. And there's no loot box system, there's no microtransaction system. The only thing that they have are slightly overpriced, and in some cases really overpriced, DLC packs for the skins. That's it. It's just cosmetic for that. And there's a set limit to it. There's no tying into the upgrade system for randomized loot drops for Titanfall 2. So, how can EA and Respawn afford to keep that going when that's Titanfall? That franchise is a fucking fart in the wind compared to Star Wars on a global scale. And they can afford that? They can afford to have all the free content for almost a year now? But Star Wars Battlefront 2 can't? They can't? Fuck off. They totally, absolutely could. But the reason they're doing this is because they are fucking greedy. And that's not enough. $60 from millions upon millions upon millions of guaranteed sales. And $80, the deluxe edition, where you get to play 3 days early access and all this other bullshit. That's not enough for EA. That's not enough. We gotta fuck up the entire game by putting in this major caveat deal-breaking star card upgrade loot box system. Randomized horse shit. In a game where the randomizations are the only fucking way you're gonna get good on the fucking battlefield and decimate the fucking troops that are out there. So anyone that can come into this game day one can buy hundreds of loot crates and potentially get the shit that will just wreck shit on the battlefield. They will have made the same progress in a matter of like minutes than someone that doesn't want to spend a fucking penny on microtransactions will have made in weeks, months even, years even. It's no longer about working hard to get your abilities. It's about, fuck you, give me money, because we're making this as frustrating and as time-consuming as humanly fucking possible. And this sucks. It sucks. This whole system, like, similar with the war chests and the whatever bullshit chests that are now in Middle-earth Shadow of War, this is a fucking deal breaker. This crate shit, this isn't worth it. In my opinion, I know this is probably going to piss people off. This video is already going to piss people off. But I honestly would rather have a season pass than this. I would honestly rather they split the community based on these maps. Like, if you're going to put a fucking gun to my head and tell me, pick one, season passes with no microtransactions or microtransactions with no season pass, I would pick the season pass every single fucking time, because then we don't get bullshit like this. We don't get this bullshit crate system that is pay to win, where it just makes the grind to get loot boxes so frustrating to tempt you to buy more of them. And they're going to show up every time you get killed by that Boba Fett that has all 3 of those star cards that I mentioned platinumed. You're going to see it in the death screen. You're going to see it. You're going to go, oh, fuck. I might want to buy that. And it's going to tempt you. That it's gonna psychologically batter you into fucking submission, and that's its fucking goal. Its goal is to batter you into submission, and that kind of mentality is reserved normally for free-to-play games. And here it is, in a $60, $80 game. You've already paid your entry fee to get in, and now you have to deal with this bullshit. This pay-to-win, grindy loot box bullshit. Fuck you. Fuck you, EA. And I don't normally say things like, oh, think of the children. Oh, what would the children think about this? That we're ruining the children. I wasn't even like that when I was a child, playing violent video games like Grand Theft Auto and Hitman. I wasn't like that. But I will say this, because this argument is starting to come up, and I absolutely agree with it, based on everything that's happened this year, where microtransactions have taken the fucking piss in terms of being gambling. This is gambling. This isn't a situation like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Gwent, where you pay for physical or digital cards. Or physical, that's not even a comparison, because you can trade them, you can sell them. You can't sell these star cards. You can't, there's no trading in the game, there's no buying back system in this beta at all. There's nothing like that. And, come on, it's $60. How much is Gwent? Nothing! It's nothing! Costs nothing. And this just sucks. Honestly, this sucks. This is why I rail on microtransactions so much, because they break the fucking game. It doesn't matter how much effort DICE and Criterion and Motive put into this game. It doesn't matter how much effort they put into making the graphics look pretty and the gameplay fun and the reward system for, being Darth Maul and all these guys so much more enjoyable. It doesn't matter, because in the end, when everything is tied to this bullshit end goal of getting these bullshit microtransaction loot crates so you can feel better, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how fun it is when your system is this fucked up. And it's fucked. It's a fucked up system. And EA should be fucking ashamed of themselves. They don't have shame, but I'm telling them, they should have fucking shame for putting this in a game that's going to appeal to a mass audience, more so than usual, more so than things like Shadow of War. Also mind the fact that this is rated T for teen, so it's got a larger audience than that. Kids can walk right up and buy this game and then fucking bankrupt their parents trying to buy all the shit that they want because they don't want to deal with the bullshit loot system. We need gambling regulations on this shit thanks to this kind of stuff. This is when the Wild West is going to start to come to an end. When things like this start to come up. So, in a year where microtransactions went one step further, two steps further, I'd argue, with being crap and anti-consumer, Star Wars Battlefront 2, the biggest example I've seen of a game with the most mass appeal getting into this, it makes me fucking sick. It makes me fucking sick to my stomach to even talk about this. It makes me fucking sick that we've gotten to this point where this kind of shit is in AAA $60, $80 games. It makes me sick that companies are fucking with the game. Because, let me tell you, the people that argue that, oh, well, they don't impact the game, they don't impact me. They do now. Oh, yes, they do. They changed it. They changed the way shaders work in Destiny 2 so that you could be tempted to buy more of them with microtransactions, with those stupid bread engrams. They changed the way Forza 7 works with their mods, where they're one-time consumables, so you get frustrated, so you'd be tempted to buy the microtransactions. They changed the way Assassin's Creed Origin works. Now you get randomized loot drops in these fucking haiku boxes or whatever the fuck they're called now in a $60 game, so in a $60 single player game, so you get frustrated with it, so you'd buy more. And they definitely 100% changed the way this works in Star Wars Battlefront 2 from the first Star Wars Battlefront. say what you will about the first Star Wars Battlefront, but at least that progression system where you get a set thing every time you level up was better than this shit. It's better than this fucking shit. And they changed the game. They changed the game for you. You might not buy Star Wars Battlefront 2. You might, put your head in the sand and put your fingers in your ears and go, oh, well, la 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 la, this doesn't affect me, la 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 la, I'm not gonna buy the game, la la la, I don't care. Well, one day, this kind of shit will affect a game that you want. And you're gonna look at it and go, fuck. What the hell is this shit? What's this loot box randomized upgrade system doing in my game? What's it doing here? I'll tell you what it's doing there. It's there because they saw what Overwatch did. They saw what Destiny 2 did. They saw what fucking NBA 2K18 did. They saw what Forza 7 did. They saw what Star Wars Battlefront 2 did. And they decided, you know what? That needs to be in our game as well. It's bleak. It's a fucking bleak landscape right now for AAA games with this kind of bullshit. It's bleak. And we've lost the war. I'm sorry. I'm a realist here. We've lost the fucking war when it comes to this stuff. But there is no way in hell that I'm not going to stop talking about it. I don't fucking care how many people tell me to go kill myself. I don't fucking care how many people complain and whine and tell me, oh, you're being over dramatic. Oh, you're so stupid. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't have any sense. People that talk about microtransactions being bad have no common sense. Well, look what it's leading with your stupid excuses, with your stupid devil's advocacy. Look where this is leading. It's leading to entire games being rendered unfucking fun because of your stupidity. And if you defend this shit, well, then you're a fucking idiot. And I normally don't like to insult people, but now's the time for drastic measures. If you defend this shit and you want to stick your head in the sand and go, oh, it doesn't affect me, you can fuck off. Fuck off. And for all the people that complain about, oh, well, I like these microtransactions because they save me time, I don't have time to play video games. Well, you can fuck off too. You can stop playing video games then. Stop ruining for the rest of us. And one final note. I would like to say this one more fucking time, because I don't think I said it clearly enough for people in the Middle Earth Shadow of War thing. EA is sacrificing the goodwill and potential profits from lots of people in order to exploit the few that will buy into the system, that have gambling addictions, that love loot crates, that just don't want to deal with the frustration and just want to get into the action as soon as possible and wreck the fucking battlefield. EA doesn't give a fuck about the mass appeal that this game will have. They only give a fuck that those few people, those sea creatures that they label them, minnows and whales and all that nonsense, that dehumanizing crap. They don't give a fuck about you. They give a fuck about exploiting the few in order to make more than the profit that they would get from those other people that aren't going to buy this shit. They don't give a fuck. You can complain, you can whine to EA all you want. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. I don't care how many fucking idiot mouthpieces from EA come up on stage and go, oh, we care about the players. Oh, we care about listening to feedback. Well, here's my fucking feedback for Star Wars Battlefront 2. Fuck you. Fuck you. Remove this shit. Remove this from Star Wars Battlefront 3. Remove this from Star Wars Battlefront 2, the final version. No one wants this shit. No reasonable, sane person wants this shit in their video games. If I wanted this kind of bullshit, I'd play Steppy Pants for fucking 60 hours. Well, that's a grind, but a fun grind. And at least that's free. And where's the dignity? That's the other thing. This is Star Wars. You don't think fucking Star Wars is gonna make money? This is what Star Wars has been reduced to. All the love and nostalgia for the iconic imagery of like Han Solo and Boba Fett and Darth Maul and all the maps and all that shit rendered absolutely fucking soulless, cold, greedy because of this. This shit. This doesn't make me think of Star Wars. How humiliating. Like, how embarrassing for Star Wars. So fucking undignified. And yeah, I'm gonna fucking talk about how undignified it is. So that one person that talked about, oh, you're so stupid using that word undignified in the Shadow of War video, yeah, this one's for you. This shit is undignified. You're better than this, Star Wars. And honestly, with all the fuck-ups that they've been doing with the films recently, you know, like, you know, the whole Han solo film fiasco, all the problems I have with The Force Awakens, all the drama behind the stage with them wanting to, like, you know, make it so PC and anti, you know, like corporate friendly and all that stuff. Well, this, in my opinion, is the worst decision Disney ever made with the Star Wars license. Giving it to EA. Because look what they've done with that. Already look what they've done with that. And if you don't think they're going to put shit like this in the Visceral game and the Respawn game that they're doing that I'm much more looking forward to than this, then you're foolish. Don't put it past them. Because look what they're doing with single player games now. Look at Shadow of War. Look at Assassin's Creed. Or look at all the past Assassin's Creed games. Look at Syndicate. Look at Unity. Look at Black Flag. All of them. Microtransactions. Shit. And now it's just one step further with these crates. How fucking depressing. Absolutely fucking depressing. And miserable. And shit. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to articulate everything that I wanted to say, but yeah, I think I got that all out there. I'm tired now. I'm going to go have some water. I'm going to go have some breakfast while this video is on YouTube. And I don't ever want to play this game, at least the multiplayer. I really don't. I'll rent it one day for the campaign, which I don't think is going to be very good, but I don't even want to go near that multiplayer based on what I've seen from this fucking beta. Sad. Makes me sad. See you guys next time. Bye.